Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to your FriYay Pick a card with me, Intuitive Rene. I do hope that you're well and I hope you've had a good week. It's been an amazing week for me. I have been busy and I like being busy. Today I have got an interesting theme and an interesting topic for us as usual for our FriYay Pick a card, and the theme that we've gone for this week, it is the end of February, and in the corporate world, end of February normally means end of financial year end. So everybody's thinking budgets, everybody's thinking money, everybody's like working out, did we do well, didn't we do well? Everybody's trying to finish off a set of books for tax and various other purposes, and to start a new slate, to start a new one from the 1st of March onwards. So I thought it was a perfect time to actually start looking at finances, to start looking at you and your relationship with money. All right, so that's our theme for this week, you and your relationship with money, and I do hope that you're going to enjoy the readings. I do hope that you get exactly what you need. So we're looking at what your relationship is with money. Okay, so right now, right here, what is your relationship with money? And I know I'm saying that I've released this video now at the end of February, but whenever you watch this video, let it be relevant for you at that time. So even if it's not at the end of February, even if you watch this video in August, okay, as an example, the questions that we're asking and the messages and the readings that come out of it will be absolutely relevant and appropriate to you at that time. Okay, so as always, I have a couple of questions written out on the table here in front of me, a couple of questions that we're going to use the cards to get answers to. Spirit are going to give us guidance, they're going to advise us, they're going to help us to get the understanding about you and your relationship with money. So as I said, I've got a couple of cards, a couple of questions laid out. And this week I have, because we're getting some insight into your relationship with money, I am using the Insight Tarot. It is such a beautiful deck with this gold gilding on the side. It is quite a large deck, so of course, you know me, shuffling is going to be a challenge, but we're going to do our best. But yeah, the Insight Tarot is the deck that I've decided to work with today. I do absolutely love this deck. And then, as always, I finish off my pick a card with an oracle message. I do like to bring the oracle messages in, and this week, let me hold it nicely, I'm working with the Divine Energy Oracle, which is again a phenomenal deck. Really gives awesome, just short, sweet, to the point, exactly the way that I like it. Triggers the intuition, just allows, you know, the kind of stuff to flow. So we're going to work with that oracle as well. So for those of you who haven't found my channel before, if this is the first time that you are finding me, an extra special warm welcome to you. And to those of you who are part of my YouTube channel memberships, and you really get my absolute heart, thank you so much for all your love and support. We had lots of fun this week in the YouTube channel membership. I did live readings, and we're going to be doing live readings every Wednesday night for those on the channel. So those on the channel membership. So do click the join button below if you would like to join and to receive that kind of insight and almost get my undivided attention, and get guidance and help and whatever it is that you need. So that's absolutely awesome. Right, so again, if you haven't done a pick a card with me before, I have questions that I have written out with the help and the guidance of Spirit. I choose the decks, and we go through a couple of different readings, choosing the cards as we go, allowing those readings to be relevant and appropriate to you at that time. So all you have to do, all right, so let me put my image on screen here now. So all you have to do is look at this image that's on screen right now. Look at the image of the cards, of the choices of the bundles that's available to you, and ask yourself, which of these bundles, which of these groups, which of these options, bundle 1, bundle 2, bundle 3, which is the one that seems to be drawing you in, which is the one that seems to be calling you in, and which is the one that seems to feel relevant to you right now? Are you drawn to number 1, number 2, or number 3? And if you usually, because I know we're all creatures of habit, so if you're usually the kind of person who always goes for bundle 1 or always goes for number 3 or whatever it might be, try changing it up a little bit this week. Try trying a different number, but just really allow your heart center, allow your soul to guide you and to direct you as to which of these bundles is the right one for you right now. And then once you know which bundle you're going for, if you look in the description below, there are timestamps. So a timestamp basically means it's a time point in the video, and it takes you straight to that section so that you don't have to sit through the whole thing, because the whole video is over an hour long normally. And yeah, I mean, nobody's got time for that, but if you do, that's great. You'll get a message from each one. I'm sure you'll get something out of each reading. But otherwise, if you want to go just to your bundle or just to the one that you've selected, you can use the timestamps to help you do that. And if you want to come back to this video at any time, you can do that as well. And something else that I have been wanting to introduce or been thinking about introducing for a while, if the questions that we do in these FriYay bundles, so if a particular Friday topic really seems to be something that you're currently struggling with, if it seems to be something that you're really wanting personal guidance on, please reach out to me. Okay, reach out to me, because I can do this exact reading specifically for you personally, and I can send it to you as a voice note or however you want to receive it. And yeah, reach out to me and see if you want this particular one or any of my FriYays. If you want a specific, especially for you, reading on this topic with these questions, reach out to me. Be happy to oblige, happy to help. Right, so I think I'm going to stop babbling, and I think we're going to get straight into it, starting with bundle 1. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. Welcome. So I am using Insight Tarot, and today we are looking at, I'm already throwing the cards on the table. Today we are looking at you and your relationship with money. And I know, you know, we all have very interesting relationships with money. Some of us don't have a very good one. Some of us have a really good relationship with money, and some of us just seem to be in this love-hate relationship with money, isn't it? So we're going to see exactly what it is that Spirit wants to say to you with regards to our money. And I know money is not the beginning and the end of everything, but it certainly is important. And being human and having a human experience means we sort of need the money. So everything is all seems to be, you know, around and attached and connected to money and our connection and relationship to it. So we're using the Insight Tarot this week. I have got 5 questions that I have written down connected to Spirit, and Spirit assisted in giving us 5 questions that we're going to use to really get some interesting insight into your relationship with money. So as I'm shuffling the cards, let's set the intention. We're asking Spirit to draw near. We're asking Spirit to surround us in their divine love and their divine protection. We're asking Spirit to help us choose cards today that give us the message, the reading, and the guidance that we need. We're asking Spirit to ensure that the reading that you receive today speaks to your heart and soul, makes sense to you, and just gives you whatever it is that you need in your life right here and right now. And so it is. And so it is. All right, friends. So you and your relationship with money. So the first question, well, actually, I'm going to shuffle the cards and then we're going to just put them down, and I'll grab straight off the top, because shuffling cards is always a challenge for me. And I have been shuffling this particular deck for quite some time. So, right, I'm going to stop. Let's just cut the deck. You can see how nice and blingy and shiny it is. Cut the deck there, and I'm going to draw cards straight off the top. But I am just going to put it on the table here, so that it's easy for me and that they're out of the way. Right, so got our first card. So I'm going to try and make sure I don't glare you in your eyes. So our first question today with regards to you and your relationship with money. The first question we're asking is what is your present? What is your relationship with money now, today, whenever it is that you watch this video? Whether it is on the day it's released, later, it doesn't matter. What is your relationship with money right now? Your present relationship with money. And for you guys, we have got the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is the card of celebration. It's the card of joy. It's the card of enjoying time with other people. So you're probably not terribly irritated, frustrated, and stressing about money. You're maybe today, whenever it is that you watch this video, you're in a good space. You've maybe just been paid. You've maybe just received a bonus. You maybe just have received something, but you are clearly in a place of celebration, in a place of joy, in a place of acknowledgement with regards to your current financial situation. How fabulous is that? I absolutely love that. So currently, your current relationship with money is okay. It's good. We are celebrating, we are acknowledging, and we are having a good time. What is your current, and this is now quite an interesting question. So then the next card that we're drawing, and I am having a quick peek at it, the next question that we're asking is, what is your current mindset around money? So we've asked what your current situation is, what your current relationship is with money. And your current relationship today is a good one. It's a one of celebration. It's a one of joy. It's a one of happiness. So that's your current relationship. And what is your current mindset? In other words, what do you currently feel? What is the current understanding that you have with regards to money? And here we have the Six of Pentacles, and it's very interesting that the Six of Pentacles has come through for you, because the Six of Pentacles is the card of offering assistance and offering help, and always trying your best to help other people, always trying your best to uplift other people and to help other people have whatever it is that you want them or they need. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles is the card of helping other people through their situation, helping other people through their criteria or their problems or their challenges. So your mindset of money is that money helps people achieve the things that they need to, and of course it absolutely does that. And you also recognize, your mindset with money is that you recognize how money helps you achieve things that you want in life. Money helps you have a good home, helps you to have a good whatever it is that you need, and you recognize that money is what helps you. You recognize that you're the one that does the work, but money is the tool that we use to get that. So Six of Pentacles is the card of helping others, and your mindset with regards to money is that money helps you, which I think is a really, I have to say, it's a really healthy mindset to have, especially when your current relationship with money is one of celebration and joy. So I think that's absolutely awesome. I'm loving that. Okay, let's go into our third question. Let's see what we've got here. Our third question is why? It's interesting. So we've looked at your current relationship with money. We've looked at your mindset around money. Okay, and here we're looking at why you have that mindset, because some people have quite a bad mindset or a negative mindset or a not a very healthy mindset around money, with money, about money. So we've looked at what your current mindset is, and it's that money helps you achieve the things that you need and want in your life. Why do you have that mindset? And here what we have is the Page of Swords. For those of you who who have studied tarot with me or have attended any of my workshops or classes on tarot, you will know that the Page of Swords is the card that I always read, see, and perceive as a learning. Okay, it's about lessons, it's about learning, it's about actual study, if I may call it that. So why do you have this mindset that money helps you? Because that's what you've learned, that's what you've achieved, that's what you've gained over the years in your life, in your experiences, in your activities, and everything that you've done. You've learned how to handle money, how to work with money, what money can do, what money can't do, how to work with it. It's all been about lessons, and some of those lessons have certainly not been easy. Some of those lessons have certainly not been a walk in the park. You know, they have been challenging. They have hurt. They've been difficult. You know, they've made you tear your hair out. They've made you, you know, it hasn't always been easy. It hasn't always been easy and pleasant, but you've learned the lessons. You have learned the good and the bad of working with money. And that is why your relationship with money, or your mindset around money now, is that money helps me. Money helps you achieve the things that you need, want, and desire in life. And you've learned how to handle money. That's what this card is telling you, the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is telling you that you've got your mind right, you've got your head right, you've learned, you've bumped your head, you've achieved, and you are now in a place of happiness. You're now in a place of understanding. It doesn't mean that the lessons are over, okay? It doesn't mean that the lessons are over. It just means that we are a little bit more advanced in our understanding and in our opportunities and in our learning. Okay, the next question. So here, question number 4 is your spiritual relationship. I have to read it because it's a long one. Your spiritual relationship to money or with money, and the lessons that you need to learn. So this is your spiritual relationship with money. So when you chose this incarnation, when you came to earth and in this particular incarnation, what was the big lesson that you needed to learn with regards to money? What was your big lesson and learning, your spiritual lesson and learning with regards to money? And very interesting, we have another page energy that's come through, and this is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is learning how to work with the physical things, learning how like almost your craft, your tool, your the activities, okay? It's the physical things that you're going to be doing. It's about being a craftsmanship. It's about working, learning a tool, learning a craft, learning an activity that you can do that's going to generate you the money that you need and you want. So your spiritual lesson, your spiritual big story around you and money, it's about recognizing that it is a tool, that learning how to use the tool. And it's interesting because that's exactly what our Six of Pentacles was saying, that money helps. Money is the thing that we use to help ourselves and to help others, and money is the physical thing that we use that can help us, okay? And again, your spiritual relationship to money and the lessons that you need to learn in this particular lifetime, here we have the Page of Pentacles. So it's learning how to use the tool in the best way. So that's what you have come onto this earth plane. One of your life lessons, financial life lessons in this lifetime, is learning how to work with the money and how to make the money work for you. I love that. I love that. I think that's absolutely awesome. Good. And now question 5. Let's take another one. I am having a bit of an OMG moment right now as I look at this particular card. All right, so question 5. What we've got here is, what actions can you take to positively change your situation? So we're not saying that your current situation is bad, and it's really not. Your current situation is not terrible, because remember, your current present relationship with money right now is one of joy, of one of bliss, of one of happiness, one of celebration, and one of acknowledgement, okay? So right now we know that you're not terribly unhappy financially. There's always can always be improvement, okay? Things can always be better, but actually right now you're okay. Right now you're in a place of happiness, in a place of joy, in a place of success. Question 5 that we have here: what actions can you take right here and right now to positively change your situation? And you have the 3rd page. So it's not often that we get 3 pages in a row. You know, there are only 4 in the entire deck, and you've got 3 of them in a row. Out of 5 cards, 3 of the 5 are pages. And to me, so just before we look at the Page of Wands in particular, page energy to me is learning. Page energy to me is you know, having the confidence to try things. Page energy is saying, okay, so logically this is how things are going to work, but in reality, is that how it is? Let me try. And what happens if I push this button? And what happens if I try this? And what happens if I step out of the line here? What happens if I do? It's about exploration. It's about having the confidence, the courage to take a chance and to try things. It's about thinking, learning, and understanding. And when we had, so your first page that we had was the Page of Swords. So that's the page that's learning the mind, okay? Because the swords has got to do with your mind and your intellect and your thinking. So the Page of Swords is about physical learning, intellectual learning and understanding. The second page that you had was the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles has got to do with our material possessions. So to me, this is about learning how to use your material possessions, your physical things, the tools of the trade, and that kind of thing. And then now we have the Page of Wands. Look at him, isn't he cute? I love his little outfit, okay? And he's climbing on his wand, his stick. He's climbing on his stick, almost as if he's going to use it as a broomstick and fly away. He does have a little bit of, oh gosh, I can't think, Robin Hood, kind of his little hat with the feather in the hat and all those kind of things. But he's a little bit, I'm going to call him a little bit overconfident, okay? He's not as cautious as our other pages. He's a little bit more daring. He's a little bit more brave. He's a little bit more courageous. He's a little bit more out there, okay? He's not afraid to take a chance, and he's not afraid to almost make a mistake, all right? He doesn't mind if he bumps his head. He doesn't mind what other people's opinions are. You know, our Page of Pentacles that we had earlier on, he's a little bit more concerned about truth. He's a little bit more concerned about doing the right thing. He's a little bit more concerned about, you know, he doesn't want to make a mistake. He wants to get it right the first time. Our Page of Swords, he's thinking. Oopsie, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. He's thinking and he's contemplating and he's strategizing and he's coming up with plans, and, you know, he's trying to figure all of the things out. But our Page of Wands, he's like, oh, you know what? Let's just try. Let's just go for it. Let's just figure it out. Okay. So the actions that you can take right now to positively change your financial situation, our Page of Wands is telling you, don't overthink it. Don't spend too much time pondering. Don't spend too much time weighing up the pros and the cons and weighing up the risks. Just jump into it and go for it. Figure it out while you're doing it. So this is like if you were learning to swim, this is him saying to you, going to push you in the deep end, and you'll figure it out while you're there. Okay? There's no better time to learn than while you're actually doing it. That's what his message is. That's what he's saying to you. So I absolutely love that. So friends, you and your relationship with money. This is Spirit's way of saying to you, you know what? It doesn't matter how much you do or don't have right now, okay? It doesn't matter how much you do when you don't have right now. But today, right here and right now, whenever you watch this message, this is Spirit saying to you that it's not all bad, that there is stuff to celebrate. There is acknowledgement. There is positive. Things are actually okay. Things are looking all right for you. With regards to your current mindset about money, well, you recognize that we have to use money, that money is a tool, that money helps, money guides, money directs, money makes things easier. And if you have it, you've got to use it to help others. And if others have it, they must use it to help you. It's a give and a take, okay? And then with regards to your spiritual relationship with money or your spiritual lessons, it's all, or sorry, why you have that mindset, I'm getting my questions all wrong. Why you have that mindset? Because you've learned the hard way. You really have. It's been tough. It's been hard. You've learned. But you're in a place of understanding now. You're in a place where you understand the purpose, the how, the why, the what, etc. Okay, I love that. I think that's absolutely awesome. Good. I am now picking up the Oracle deck, and this is the Divine Energy Oracle, if I can pick it up in my hands. The Divine Energy Oracle. And let's give it a shuffle, and let's just say, so over and above everything that we've just covered, over and above everything that we've just said to you, what is the final message that Spirit has for you with regards to you and your relationship with money? So what else does Spirit need you to know with regards to your relationship with money here and now? Let's see what we get. Oops, a whole bunch of them on the table is what we get, but I'm taking this card over here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Count your blessings. And you know what? I'm going to put these two together, because these two do go together so beautifully. All right, there is celebration, there is joy, there is reason to be happy, there is reason to celebrate, there is reason to be joyful with regards to you and your current situation with money, your current relationship with money. But count your blessings. So that means we don't want to take anything for granted. That means we don't want to just assume that money will always be there. We have to acknowledge and practice gratitude. We have to count our blessings and practice gratitude for every penny that we have, even if it is only a couple, even if it is only a small handful. Count your blessings and be grateful. Celebrate and acknowledge what you do have. Celebrate and acknowledge the money that you do have, and know that there is more where it came from. So friends, I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope that that spoke to your heart and soul. And I just hope that it brings you a sense of peace, okay? So that we don't have this constant panic of, I need, what do I do? What if there's nothing? What happens? I want to take the fear away, and I want you to just count your blessings and know that everything is okay. Sending lots of love and lots of blessings to every single one of you. Thank you for all your love and support. And if you enjoyed the reading, please may I have a thumbs up, and a comment from you below would be absolutely amazing. Until we connect again, from my heart to yours, take care. Hello friends, and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. Welcome. So today I am using the awesome and amazing Insight Tarot to give us insight into you and your relationship with money. Such an interesting topic. So let's get straight into it, and let's see. So as always, I have got 5 questions written out on the table here in front of me to give us this information and this insight into, and like I say, using the Insight Tarot. So let's set the mood. Let's call Spirit in, and let's see where we go. All right, so friends, as I shuffle these cards, we're asking Spirit to draw near. We're asking Spirit to surround us each in loving energy, and we're asking Spirit to surround us in beautiful, loving protection. We're asking that the cards that we draw today be the cards that have the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. We're also asking that the reading be relevant. We're asking that the message be clear and concise, and that it gives you the peace, the hope, and the understanding that you need in your life right here and today. And so it is. And so it is. All right, so you can see I'm really throwing cards across the table. This particular deck is quite a large one and quite a thick deck. So I do really struggle with the shuffling, but we are doing our best. Let's just give it one more shuffle, and then we're going to cut the deck and we're going to draw cards straight off the top to give you the messages, the reading, and the guidance that you need. So we're looking at you and your relationship with money, and as I said, I do have 5 questions drawn out, 5 questions laid out here in front of me, to really get an understanding on not just your current situation with regards to money, but how to improve it, but also like what is the big life purpose when you chose this incarnation? What was the big thing that you were supposed to learn with regards to money, working with money, using money, etc, etc. All right, I think I have shuffled enough. Let's cut the deck over there, and I'm going to draw cards straight off the top. I'm going to leave them here on the table where I can grab them, and hopefully they're not going to fall all over the place. So let's get into it. Question 1. I always get a sneak peek before I show you the card. So question 1 is you and your current relationship with money. Your present, current, right here today, whenever it is that you watch this video, whether it is on the day that I release it, whether you come back to it in 6 months' time, or whenever it is, whenever you watch this video, what is your current, present relationship with money? And what we have here is the 5 of Wands, okay? And 5 of Wands is the card of conflict. It's the card of challenge. It's the card of a little bit of chaos even, okay? Typically, the 5 of Wands is the card that says everybody's fighting everybody. Everybody's like pulling and pulling and yanking and shoving and trying to take and trying to grab. And it's chaos, okay? It's absolute chaos. So today, right here and right now, your current, present situation or relationship with money is one of a little bit of conflict. Things are not going smooth. There's no smooth sailing. There is struggle. There is fight. But it's almost like nobody actually knows what we're fighting about. We're just in that mindset of struggle, in that mindset of fight. So we're not saying that the fight is not real, because obviously it is. You're doing it. It's real. But it's more a case of we're fighting. I almost have to use the word unnecessarily. We're fighting too much, too hard, without true function and without true purpose. So if we take a minute and think about it, and if we really look at our situation honestly, we would see that we don't have to struggle so hard. We don't have to fight so hard, but we are, because there's this element of fear, there's this element of doubt, this element of concern that comes through. So fighting it's a natural instinct, isn't it? To defend, to fight, to hold on to grab, especially when, we know how important money is. We know that we can't live without it. We know that money is the driving of our happiness, or is it? Or is it? So this card here, the 5 of Wands, is saying to you that you currently, right here, right now, you are struggling, you are fighting, you are constricted, or you feel constricted in your current circumstances with money. Right, so I'm going to leave that card on the table, and we're grabbing card number 2. So it's very interesting. We've looked at your current relationship with money, and that's where we got the 5 of Wands. So that is your current relationship with money. This card over here is going to give you your current mindset about money. So what's the difference between your relationship and your mindset? So your relationship is the give and the take, the what's actually taking place. Your mindset is your belief system, all right? So why is it different? Well, I don't know why it is. It just is, okay? It's what Spirit says. Let's blame Spirit. Let's blame Spirit. All right. So what is your current mindset about money? And this card is just absolutely fascinating for this question. So it is the Chariot, all right? The Chariot is the card of movement. The Chariot is the card of journey. It's the card of progress. It's the card of recognizing that we're not standing still, that we are progressing, we are moving, we are going from A to B. But the Chariot is also the card that says to you the most important thing is not the destination, but the journey itself. So this is telling you, remember, your mindset about money, your mindset about your belief of money, your mindset or your belief about money, is you recognize that it serves a function, you recognize it serves a purpose. You also probably even have the kind of mind or kind of phrase in your head of easy come, easy go, all right? Because that's what I get from the Chariot card, that sometimes we have and sometimes we don't. Take the good with the bad, the ups with the downs, all of those kind of things. So those are the kind of words that I'm hearing along with the Chariot card. So your current mindset about money is easy come, easy go. You recognize that it serves a function. You recognize it serves a purpose. You also recognize how important it is, but you're not as focused on money as maybe you should be, or maybe you want to be, or maybe you need to be. So money is important. You recognize that, you understand that, but you're not eating, sleeping, and breathing money, 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 money all the time, like some people do. Okay, we're not saying that's good or bad. We're not at all, but we're just saying that your mindset about money is you recognize it serves a purpose. You recognize it helps you get to your destination, that it helps you to achieve the things that you need to, but it's not the only thing that you're focused on. It's not the only thing that matters in your life. The other thing that's quite interesting about this card, if you look at the artwork, first of all, we've got the black and the white horse. We've got the yin and the yang. The yin and the yang reflects or indicates the good and the bad, okay? The light and the dark, the up and the down. So that's why I'm saying it's all about the ups and the downs and all about. But I do notice here these palms, these hands that are put up like that, which means that you are supported, which means that help is easily available. That help comes easily whenever it is that you need it. So even though you're on this journey on your own, even though you are responsible for yourself, that there's always help available if and when help is needed. I think that's actually quite awesome. And that's your mindset, okay? So we're not saying this is the reality, but we're saying this is the mindset. This is your belief system, your understanding of money on this earth plane. So going back to your present relationship. So right now we're possibly having a little bit of a lack. Right now we're probably finding it a little bit difficult to make ends meet. We may be struggling a little bit, but you know that it's temporary, and you know that this too shall pass. Okay, right, I'm leaving those two cards on the table, and we're going to take card number 3. I have a quick peek look at it. So we've discussed your current relationship, what you're currently going through, what you're currently experiencing, and we've discussed your mindset. In other words, how you see and how you perceive money. This card is going to give you the information as to why you have that particular mindset, why you believe that, some days are good and some days are bad, ups and downs. You recognize that it's the journey more so than the destination, all of that. So why do you have that particular mindset? And the card that we have drawn for you is the Hierophant. So first of all, the thing that you have to notice is he's standing, look at all those books behind him. He's got books behind him, I've got tarot behind me. Both are full of knowledge. Both are full of inspiration. So yes, I'm calling myself the Hierophant today. just today. So the Hierophant, he's standing there and he's imparting knowledge. He's sharing, he's teaching. He's got these 2 students. There's probably a whole bunch more, but in the card, we only see the 2 students. I love how we have this hand that's pointing this way and this hand that's pointing that way. All of these little symbols that we have in this particular card. But the Hierophant is the card of learning, it's the card of understanding, it's the card of leadership, but it's also the card of simplicity, okay? Whenever the Hierophant comes up, I always have this thought of, okay, we mustn't overcomplicate things. We need to accept things at face value. We need to have the learning and the lessons and all of those kind of things, but we mustn't allow ourselves to overcomplicate, because we do. I mean, it's human. We overcomplicate everything. We get too stuck in our minds. But the question we're asking here, let's just backtrack a second. The question we're asking here is why you have the mindset of easy come, easy go. Why you have that particular mindset about money. And it's because that's what you've been taught. Because that's how you've been raised. That's how you've been taught. That's how your parents or whoever it is that raised you, the experiences that you've had as well, okay? The opportunities and the experiences that you've had in life, they have helped you learn that money is just a thing that we have, it's a thing that we use, but it's not the most important thing. Even though right now you're struggling, even though right now, I don't have another hand to hold up the other card, but even though right now you're finding it a bit challenging, you're finding it a bit difficult, you're finding it a bit hard, but this card is saying to you that you recognize that some days we have good and some days we have bad. It's all about the journey. And that is your learning. That is what you've been taught, that's what you've experienced, and that's your understanding. So that's why you have the mindset that you have. Okay, I like it. Right, so question 4. And question 4 is a long one. So I'm going to read it. Hold a second. It says, your spiritual relationship to money and the lessons that you need to learn in this lifetime. So basically what we're asking here is, when you chose this incarnation, when you chose to come down to earth and to have this earth experience, what was the lesson that money was going to teach you? What were you going to learn from money? What was the thing that your soul needed to experience to grow, to learn, to understand, and to accept in this particular lifetime? And the card that we've drawn for you is the Page of Cups. Let's see if I can hold it without it getting a glare on it. So Page of Cups is such a lovely card. It's innocent, it's sweet, it's cute, it's all of those kind of things. But you know, as much as he looks innocent, as much as he seems to be quite harmless, let me tell you, he can be quite conniving. He can be quite devious from time to time, but he's also very romantic. All right. Our Page of Cups, he's all about the feels, he's all about the emotions, he's all about those kind of things. And he just wants everybody to be happy. He just wants everybody to have whatever they need. He wants everybody to be happy. And he doesn't want any struggle. He doesn't want any fight. He wants simple. He wants easy. He wants uncomplicated. He wants happiness. He wants joy. Okay? That's all he wants. That's all he's after. That's the only thing that matters to him. So your spiritual relationship with money, and the big lesson that you needed to learn in this lifetime about money, is to not have so much attachment to the outcome, to not be so fixated about it, and it's more, you know, I think the Page of Cups is saying love is more important than money. Happiness is more important than money. And I think the lesson, the spiritual lesson, the big picture lesson for you in this lifetime is that money doesn't buy happiness. And that's what our Page of Cups is telling you. And I wonder if that's not why you're having these challenges at the moment. I wonder if that's not why you're finding things a little bit difficult at the moment, because, you know, it's very easy to fall into that, I'm going to use the word trap, but I don't mean trap, so to speak, but it's very easy to fall into that trap, or to fall into that mindset of having money equals having happiness. So we feel like if we don't have money, we don't have happiness. And I think your Page of Cups, that's exactly what your Page of Cups is saying to you, is that money doesn't buy happiness. You can be completely blissfully out of this worldly happy without having a penny in the bank, a penny in the pocket. All right? You can be. It's about changing the mindset. It's about recognizing what it is that makes you happy. Money doesn't make you happy. It certainly contributes, and it can make it a bit easier, but it isn't the only thing. And that's what, spiritually, what you've been sent to this earth to learn, to grow, and to understand with regards to your finances and your money. I hope that makes sense. Good. One more question. So we take another card off the top of the pack. Oh, beautiful. So we have spoken about, and we have acknowledged that, yeah, things are difficult at the moment. There are a couple of challenges with regards to your finances. We understand your relationship with money. We understand your mindset with money. We understand where your mindset comes from. And we also understand the big spiritual lessons that you need to learn. The question we then have to ask, question 5, is what actions can you take right now to positively increase or positively improve your financial situation? What can you do now to positively improve your relationship with money? And we have this absolutely gorgeous card of the Empress. Isn't she just exquisite? Now when I want the camera to focus, it doesn't want to. But look how beautiful she is. Look at the green, look at the flowers, look at almost, I want to say, the beauty in her face, the beauty in her eyes. She's not stressed, she's not anxious, she's not panicked. She's quite comfortable, she's quite cozy, and she's quite welcoming, okay? And the message of the Empress is about nurturing. It's about nurturing the self. Normally in other tarot decks, the Empress card normally is reflected as a pregnant woman, okay, about to give birth. She, within her soul, within her physical being, she holds the answers. She holds life. She gives life. She nurtures. She takes care of. She mothers. So the question we asked you, or asked for you right now, is what can you do? What action can you take to positively improve your relationship with money? And it's about nurturing your relationship with money. It's about changing the mindset. It's about recognizing the mindset. Because when you change the mindset to a positive, then the flow happens. A conversation I had with a client this week was saying that, you know what, if you are a rock, if there's a river and there are all these rocks, those rocks are obstacles. Those rocks are burdens. The water then has to go around the rocks, over the rocks or something, and it creates rapids and it creates turbulence and it creates chaos. When we remove the obstacles, when we remove the boulders, suddenly the water is instantly able to flow. And that's what Empress is telling you. If you're able to change your outlook, and it doesn't mean that you can sit on the couch and watch TV all day and the money will flow in, okay? It doesn't mean that at all, but it is saying to you that if you are honest with yourself, if you are open and honest with yourself, and if you nurture your belief on money, instead of constantly trying to fight it, instead of constantly trying to take it and grab more of it and do it quickly, and if you just recognize that there is abundance in this world, if you just recognize that there is flow, that there is movement, that there is action, where's that card? Right? Movement, action, change, direction, progress. If you recognize that there is that, then the money will flow a lot easier. And you have to recognize that you deserve this. That's the other thing the Empress is saying to you. Nurture self, take care of self, recognize that self is allowed. Because you might have a mindset, you might have a belief system that it's not, you don't deserve it, it's not going to be easy. This, she's saying to you, it is. It absolutely is. All right. So I love that. I think that's a really deep message for all of you that chose this particular bundle today. And I do hope that it just triggered something within yourself. Let's grab an oracle. The oracle I'm working with this week is the Divine Energy Oracle. So let's shuffle and draw just one more card, because I like to always end off with an oracle message. So we're asking Spirit now, what else do you need to know? What other advice or guidance does Spirit have for you right now with regards to you and your relationship with money? What else does Spirit need you to know? What else is important and significant? What other advice and guidance does Spirit have for you with regards to your financial situation? And we're taking that card over there. Which one did I get? I have to laugh. It says say no. Say no. You know what? So maybe this is telling you that there are people who keep coming. There are people who keep asking. There are people who keep, coming to you and say, can you do this for me? Can you? Spirit is saying say no. And I think that ties in so beautifully with our Empress card, because she keeps everything within her. She nurtures what is within her. She takes care of self first. And I think that's why Spirit is saying to you, say no. Okay, so if anybody's trying to take advantage of you, if everybody's trying to get you to do their work, or whatever the situation is, just say no. Focus on you, because you matter. And that's the message of our Empress, and that's what Spirit is saying to you. Just say no. So friends, I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please can I have a thumbs up, and as always, I'd love a comment from you below to just let me know how much you enjoyed, or how it resonated with you, or any kind of epiphanies, or whatever's that you have. And I do look forward to connecting with you all again soon. So from my heart to yours, take care. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. Welcome. So this week I am working with if I can show you, this deck, which is the Insight Tarot. And the reason why I chose it is because its name, and because I just love the imagery, but also because we're looking at you and your relationship with money. And I thought the Insight Tarot, it's quite a clear deck. It's quite a simple deck in its imagery, but its messages are really quite strong. And I felt like we needed that today when we're looking at you and your relationship with money. And as always, I have got a couple of questions written down on the table here that we're going to be going through. But before we get started, we need to set the intention and throw cards on the table. Apparently, you know me, I'm terrible. All right, so let's set the intention. Let's get the mood right. So as I shuffle these cards and throw them on the table, sorry, I'm doing terribly today. As I shuffle these cards, we're asking Spirit to draw near. We're asking Spirit just to surround each one of us in their divine loving energy. We're asking Spirit to surround us in protection as we do this reading. We're asking as well that the cards that we draw today be the cards that we need to give us the reading, the guidance, and the message that we need with regards to us and our relationship with money. Let me say that. We're asking that the reading makes sense. We're asking that the reading be clear and concise, and that the messages that come through be exactly the messages that you need to hear in your life right here and right now. And it doesn't matter when it is that you watch this video, at any time that it is. And so it is. And so it is. All right. So I am shuffling and dropping cards like crazy. This deck is quite a large deck, which is why I do battle, but that's just my excuse. I'm just a bad shuffler. You all know that. And as I said, we are looking at you and your relationship with money, you and your relationship with finances, with money today. And I have got five, like I said, 5 questions written out on the table here in front of me that we're going to go through. And I have an oracle deck for afterwards as well. So I think I have shuffled this deck sufficiently. Let's just get it together. And I'm going to cut the deck. And we're going to draw cards straight off the top to give our messages. And let's see, I'm going to leave the cards on the table here, and hopefully I don't drop them all over the place. I'm such a clumsy klutz today. I really am. All right, so let's get straight into it. You and your relationship with money. So the first question, sorry, I'm trying not to get the glare in your face. The first question that I have is your present relationship with money. So what are you going through currently? What is your present relationship with money? What is happening between you and your money right now? And the card that we have drawn is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is such a powerful card. I love the fact that it's like, you know, gray. It's gray coloring. It doesn't have a lot of color to it because everything is black and white. Everything is just, it is what it is. With the Knight of Swords, there's no questioning. There's no challenges. Sorry, I'm glaring you terribly all of a sudden. The Knight of Swords is saying to you that, you know, things are what they are. It's also about not spending too much time on your head. It's just about doing what needs doing. Let's just get things done. Let's just get things out of the way. Let's not spend too much time being emotional about it. Let's not spend too much time getting too caught up in the process. Let's just do what needs doing. So that's exactly what the Knight of Swords is saying to you. So your current relationship with money, it is what it is. You know, that's really what I want to say to you. Your relationship with money, it's not good, it's not bad, it is what it is. And you're actually okay with that. You know, yes, it could be better, and yes, it could be this, and it could be that, and maybe we should, and maybe we shouldn't. There's lots of questions, there's lots of things, but actually it is what it is, okay? And honestly, what the Knight of Swords is saying to you, it's not terrible, it's not awful, it's not like, you know, oh my gosh, terrible kind of thing. It is what it is. But the fact that it's the Knight, and the fact that he's on a horse, and the fact that there is movement, is telling you that your situation is forever changing, forever evolving, forever becoming something different. So your current relationship with money, it's one of, you know it, you understand it, you recognize it, but there is movement, there is, money comes and money goes, it flows in and it flows out, but you're not hung up about it. You're not stuck in a particular thought process or in a particular situation. So your money is fluid, is really, I think, is the phrasing that I need to use. There is movement, there is fluidity, there is action, there is advancement, there is all of those kind of things, but it is what it is. Okay, I like that. So that is your current relationship with money. The next question that we have is your current mindset about money. So this is where you are. This is what's currently going on. And your mindset is your belief system, is your understanding about money. So what is your current mindset about money? Your current mindset of, and here we have the Four of Pentacles. And you know what? This is such an awesome card because the Four of Pentacles, just trying to get it that I'm not glaring you again. The Four of Pentacles is basically talks about, you can see the little money box that he has. You can see that there's a chain around the money box and the money box is full. There's lots of money in the box. So the Four of Pentacles is saying to you that you recognize when to hold on to your money and when to let it go. You recognize that, you know, money isn't to be just stuck in a box and forgotten about. We need to use money to improve our circumstances. So your mindset of money is, yes, I need to hold on to some, I need to save, I need to keep some, I need to think about the future, I need to do all of those things. But at the same time, you recognize about working with it, using your money to make more money. So your current mindset is that I need to save, I need to keep, I need to hold back, I need to do all of those things, but I also recognize that I need to work with it. But I must say, you're probably more the kind that holds back than you are the kind that just willy-nilly throws the money out there. All right. So your current mindset of money is recognizing that when you've got it, you need to hold on to it. You need to let the money work for you. Okay, I like that. The next card we have is why you have that current mindset. So how did you get to this point? How did we get here? How did we learn and understand this? What created this situation? How did we get the mindset that we have about money? How did we achieve that? Why do you have the mindset that you do? And the card that we have is the Seven of Wands. And it's quite interesting because the Seven of Wands is the card that says backed into a corner. The Seven of Wands is the Seven of Wands is the card that says that you felt like everybody was attacking you and that everybody was coming towards you and that you were like on the defensive and you had to defend yourself the whole time, okay? So you felt cornered, trapped, backed into a corner, etc. The Seven of Wands, I mean, this is you over here and this is everybody else. So life, why do you have this mindset of keeping your money safe, holding on to it, but using what you need to, using the little bit that you need to achieve the things that you want to in life? Why do you have that mindset? Because previously you had your back up against the wall, you had nowhere else to go, and your resources were empty. And you're not going to let yourself get back into that situation again. You're not going to allow yourself to get to a place where you have nothing, no support, no backup, no nothing. So that's why you are recognizing the importance of holding on to your money, the importance of using your money to make more money for you. So you're probably a really good person who really saves well, a person who invests well, and that's because previously when you've needed resources, when you've had your back up against the wall and you've had nowhere else to go, your resources haven't been there. You haven't had the support and the backup that you needed. So you're not going to let yourself get back into that situation again, which is why you have the mindset that you do. I think that's awesome. Right, now, next question. So the next question is, and it's quite a long question, so bear with me while I read it out. I don't want to get it wrong. It says your spiritual relationship to money and the lessons that you need to learn. So when you chose this particular incarnation, when you chose to come to earth at this time, what was on a spiritual level, on a soul level, what is the lesson that you needed to learn with regards to money? What was the lessons like? What is the point? What is the thing that you need to learn? Because let's be honest, for some people in life, money is just easy. They have a lot of it. It comes, they have a whole different set of lessons that they need to learn. But for the rest of us working folk, we have to learn how to make it and how to work with it and how to get it to work for us for the best of our abilities or whatever the case might be. So on a spiritual level, what is the lesson that you have come to this earth to learn with regards to money? And the card that you have here is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of I've been talking a lot this week. The Seven of Pentacles is the card of planting seeds. And here you can see that these two are starting to, if I can get the right fingers, are starting to germinate. They're starting to seed. They're starting to grow. So the Seven of Pentacles is the card that says it's about planting the seeds, nurturing, taking care of, but it's also the card of patience. It's the card of recognizing that when you plant a seed, you can't tomorrow harvest fruit. It's about recognizing that there is a process and that things start as a tiny seed can become huge big trees full of fruit, full of abundance and full of prosperity. But in order to get there, everything has to start at that point, okay? So what is the spiritual life lesson that you have with regards to money? It's about patience. It's about taking something small and growing it until it becomes whatever it is that you need it to become. It's about the patience. It's about the perseverance, but it's also about recognizing the process. You know, everything starts as a seed and then it becomes a seedling and then it becomes, and we have to constantly cut back and prune and we have to constantly nurture and we have to constantly take care of and we have to constantly work it until it actually gets to that point of producing fruit, producing the sustenance that we're looking for. But even then, even when the tree is producing fruit, even when the plant is doing whatever we need it to do, there's still work to be done. It's constantly working, maintenance, nurturing, taking care of, all of those kind of things. And that is your soul lesson. That is the whole financial lesson that you have come onto this earth plane to learn. So if you haven't started saving and building up for your future, please take this as a message from Spirit that it's time. Please take this as a message that, yes, today, here and now, can you start saving? Can you start putting away? Can you start putting into your box? Okay, you don't have to put it all in the box. It's recognizing the balance between what you need to stash and what you need to use. So it's not about being greedy and it's not about being a miser. It's about finding that balance. But it's also about recognizing long-term goals, long-term opportunities, and the things that you need to achieve on a long-term level. So plant those seeds today, so that they can give you what you need in the future. Awesome. All right. And card number 5, lesson number 5, question number 5 is, what actions can you take right here and right now to positively improve your financial situation? Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. What can you do right here and right now to positively improve your financial situation? So whatever your financial situation is, and whatever improve means to you, okay, what can you do to positively improve your financial situation? And here we have the 7 of Swords. All right, let me see if I can get it into focus without glaring you terribly. 7 of Swords is a very interesting card because traditionally, in traditional tarot, the 7 of Swords is the card of thievery and theft. And I promise you, I'm not telling you to go out there and take. I promise you that's not what Spirit is saying to you. Spirit are not encouraging you to go out there and to take what isn't rightfully yours. But it is about taking opportunities as they present themselves. All right, that's what the 7 of Swords is. The 7 of Swords also says to you, if you don't plan accordingly, you are going to fail. And that goes back to this card. All right, if you don't plan, if you don't plant, if you don't start at the root, at the base, at the seed level, if you don't do that, you're not going to have the success. The 7 of Swords says to you that, you know, you've got to be ready to see an opportunity and to take it and run with it and act with it, but don't just go into it. Strategize, plan, think, logic, you know, structure, strategy, all of those things are important, because if you don't, if you're just hoping that things will be okay and hoping that things will figure themselves out and hoping all the time, you are going to be disappointed. All right, that's the truth. You are going to be disappointed. But if you have a plan, if you have a strategy, if you have some kind of method, all right, to whatever it is that you want to achieve, you have a better chance of success. The question we asked here, what actions can you take to positively improve your current financial situation? Stop what you're doing, plan and strategize. It's that simple. It's that simple. And don't feel like you have to like take one coin and split it 30 ways, because we can't do that. One coin is one coin, all right? We can't split it 30 ways. But maybe if you held on to that one coin and you created a second coin from it and a third coin from it, you'll eventually have the 30 coins that you need. It is going to take time though. So it's about finding that balance. And I love how these swords are all balancing on each other. So it's about finding that balance. It's about finding the balance that works for you. So don't try and achieve the impossible, but also at the same time, just keep working towards the plans. Don't be foolish enough to just hope and pray that everything works out. You need to direct. You need to be in control. But opportunities are going to present themselves. And when they do, you've got a limited period of time to grab them and run with them, to plan, to strategize, and to do whatever you need to do. But you have the control in your hands. You have the ability to change your circumstances for the better in your hands right now, but it's about finding that balance. Right, I love that message. I think that was actually quite awesome. So let's do an oracle card. So I'm working with the Divine Energy Oracle this week, and these cards are just absolutely awesome. So as we're shuffling the cards now, we're asking Spirit, what else do we need to know? What else is important and significant? What else? What is the other message that Spirit have for you? Is there anything else that Spirit wants you to know in order to help you improve your financial situation or to understand your relationship with money a little bit better? What is the message that Spirit has for you right here and right now? Whoops, a whole lot of them jumped on the floor, on the table I should say, but I'm taking this card. I can accept that. I think that's a good message. I think that message makes sense. It says keep your commitments. But I think the message here is, yes, keep your commitments. Stick with the promises and the commitments you've made. But it's more about, where's that card? The 7 of Swords is saying to you that don't overcommit yourself. The 7 of Swords is saying that you need to have a strategy. You need to have a plan. You need to know what you're getting yourself into. How do you positively change your situation? By being, first of all, very aware of what it is that you need to do. No overcommitting yourself, but keep to the commitments that you do make. But be cautious about the commitments you do make. Be cautious about the promises that you make. And don't overcommit and don't overpromise yourself, because that's the 7 of Swords message. So whatever commitments you have made, whatever promises you have made, stick to them. Don't say to a person, oh, I'll sort you out next week, and next week comes and you have no intentions of doing that. Be honest, be truthful, stick to your commitments, and know that everything's going to work out. Where's my Where's my seeds? Stick to your commitments. When you plant a seed, it's not a 5-minute thing. You're not only committed for 5 minutes. When you plant a seed, you're committed for a lifetime. That you have to nurture and take care of that plant. That you have to help it reach its maturity, reach its full potential. And you have to constantly be removing the weeds and giving it water and giving it nutrients and taking care of it and pruning it and looking after it and doing whatever you have to. It's a lifelong commitment. So that's why Spirit is saying keep your commitments. And if you can stick with something for the long haul, you will reap the rewards. So friends, I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope that you enjoyed that message that Spirit had for you today. And I do hope it makes sense. I do hope it helps you just to find a little bit of guidance, a little bit of peace, a little bit of understanding in your life. And if you did enjoy it, please can I have a thumbs up from you? And as always, I'd love a message below as well. And until we connect again, from my heart to yours, take care.